3 keys to making an amazing first impression like a boss. 3 keys to making an amazing first impression. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. It's great to see you guys. As you know, my name is Munir, and in this series, which I like to call Charming Confident Communication, we talk about how you can easily, confidently connect, converse, communicate, or convert, whether it's online or offline, even if you are the shyest wallflower. So today we're talking about 3 keys to making an amazing first impression. So first of all, I don't know, look, my camera frozen. Camera 1 is frozen. What's going on? First of all, if you are tuning in, this is a live video. Please come in, say hi. If you're online, I'd love to say hi to you guys. Otherwise, let's get cracking. So, first impressions are super important. Why are they super important? Well, first of all, they say that you should not judge a book by its cover, but the reality is so many people do. We all judge. Like within the first few seconds, you are being judged. In fact, it only takes 7 seconds for someone to make a solid first impression of you. Numerous studies have been conducted showing that it only takes 7 seconds, and for some people it actually starts to get formed within 1/10 of a second. So someone's opinion of you is formed within 7 seconds. So guess what? They haven't read the whole book yet. So they are judging you. It's just human nature. We like to form quick impressions. Back in caveman days, when people were growing, like back in the olden days, they needed to understand if someone was a friend or foe quick, because otherwise you got to get out of there. Otherwise, that's a life or death situation. So, first impressions hugely count, and if you make a first impression, it can a great first impression. It can make your conversation go so much smoother. It can make your outcomes so much easier. If you're in a sales context, it's a lot more profitable to make a great first impression, right? And that's what we all want. If you make a terrible impression right at the beginning, it's so much more difficult to recover. There's one of my favorite sayings is, it's easier to give birth than to revive the dead. So it's easier to kickstart something in the way that you want it to go, rather than just trying to resuscitate and revive something that's gone terribly, terribly wrong. So, if you are coming on live, please come in, say hi. I'd love to say hi to you guys. All right, cool. So let's get cracking. Now, why was this important for me? When I was, one of my first jobs was doing door-to-door sales, right? And literally I learned that your ability to get in the door quickly was profitable. That, like, your ability to make a good first impression fast was profitable. And if you didn't make a good impression right within the first couple of seconds, then people wouldn't want to talk to you. They'd be like, sorry, I'm not interested, and they'd close the door. So you needed to make a fast, good impression. And I started to understand why it was so necessary, especially when I was doing door-to-door sales. It was literally on a commission basis, and you don't sell, you don't eat. So I wanted to eat. So I was like, okay, I need to, I could be the greatest salesperson, but if I wasn't able to start the conversation, then I was not able to eat. So I started to understand very, very quickly what are the things that I needed to tweak in order to make a first great impression. Now, even in today's day and age, in this online world, making a great impression in a video is equally as important. Because on the other end, if you're doing a presentation and you don't come across in the first few seconds and capture someone's attention, then you don't know. They could be browsing on another browser, checking out social media and not paying attention to you. So whether we're not just talking about first impressions, meeting someone face to face, this can be whether you're presenting to a group or presenting on video online. Making a first impression is hugely, hugely, hugely important. So, Bhavna, great to see you. Thanks for coming on. Right, let's get cracking. So, what does it take to make a first great impression? Now, if you've seen a couple of my videos in the past, I talk about communication, and communication being a lot of body language. When it comes to making a first impression, again, it's very similar. 50%, nearly half of a person's first impression is formed by what they see. Now, this doesn't just mean what you're wearing, like you hold on, let me try and find something cool, like the shades. It's not just formed by what you're wearing, right? Yes, that's a huge part of it, what you wear, but also your body language. This is huge, right? What your body language, if you're open, if you have a big smile, if you have eye contact, these communicate a lot and help make a person's first impression of you. Everything that they're seeing before you even open your mouth, it accounts for over 50% of what makes a person's first impression. So you got to pay attention to it. If you come out and you have open body language, if you're smiling and you have eye contact, and that automatically gets a person to want to know you, for example. Now, sometimes I go to events, and because I teach, shy people that are shy, awkward, etc., I can notice when someone is shy and awkward, and I'll walk up to them and start talking to them because I know what it's like because I was shy and awkward. But how do I recognize them? Literally by seeing their body language. I can walk up to anyone and just start a conversation, and I'll start a conversation with a shy person, and I can pick them out in a group of people just because I know what that body language is like and how they look and etc. So even before they open their mouth, and it's not based on what they're wearing, etc. But your clothes also do say something about you, and that's why when I was doing door-to-door sales, like I had to learn how to suit up and look sharp and be groomed, etc. But then also how to be friendly, how to sub-communicate connection, warmth, and getting someone just when they see you to like, know you, and trust you, right? So what is visual accounts for about 50% of the communication. All right, now the second thing is your tonality. When you come across and you are, if someone just opens their mouth and they sort of say, yeah, like if I imagine I started this video and I was like, yeah, hi, today I'm gonna talk about making a good first impression. Yeah. Like you'd be switching off the video, be like, no, I don't know, no, I don't want that, right? Your tonality, and it doesn't have to be excitement. Yes, I get it. Like I'm a bit of a crazy bunny and like a little bit hyper and all over kind of all over the place. But that's my style. But you can come across with warmth. Like, oh my God, hi, so good to meet you. I like. There's so many different tonalities that you can use, but every bit of tonality portrays something. And you got to understand that your tonality, again, is about 30% of your communication, or 30% of your first impression. And so having the right tonality when you meet someone, even if you don't say, like, I know a lot of people will teach, and yes, I've also taught some of the great opening lines. However, your opening line, the words that you say are not as important as your tonality. I've had amazing success, and all I've said is, hi, my name is Munir. What's your name? Simple. No rocket science. Like, that's it. There's nothing crazy about that opening. It was just body language and tonality with the simplest of phrases. And I've made like some amazing connections and amazing friends just with that. Nothing crazy about it. So, and I've made great first impressions by just saying, my name is Munir, what's your name? Just, that's it. So your tonality will really determine what, will really carry whatever it is that you're going to say. And then the final remaining bit, the 20%, is the words that you say. And in communication, when I teach the Mehrabian model, your words actually only account for 7% in that model. So if you're presenting, it depends what context you're in, right? If you're presenting and you open with a great line or a great question, then it can be more. So 20% are the words that you say. However, you gotta realize that the biggest component of a first impression, whether you're meeting someone in person, whether you are speaking to a group, an audience of people, or whether you're opening on a video, is the biggest component is what they see, 50%. And in a video like this, like I'm doing right now, your video is your suit, right? They are judging you based on what they can see in the video. Like judging you on the video, what? And so, hey Masroor, good to see you. Who else is on? Ross, great to see you. I'm actually glad that Ross is on this, checking out this video. Ross taught me a whole bunch about my whole visual appearance, etc., and a lot about video. So anyhow, so these are the 3 keys to making an effective first impression. And the biggest contributor is what people see. The second is your tonality, and then the third is simply the words. But the words are nowhere near as important. So this is Munir coming at you with another episode of Charming Confident Communication. I go live as I'm doing right now. I'm attempting to go live every single day. And so if you get a chance, do subscribe, do come on and say hello while I'm going live, ask a question. It'd be great to hang with you guys. Other than that, one love. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and I will see you on another video very, very soon. Peace out. Thank you guys.